Okay, I brought your screen up, if that's the one you want to share.
Yes, no, because uh, while watching the debate, I just take note of two or three things that I want to share with everybody, because I don't have any special answer, but could be something that helps in future debates every time the topic of gravity will be addressed. The first thing is that I remember this moment in time where Austin was very relaxed, and Brian showing this diagram and claiming that the gravity force when you go up to, for example, to the ISS, it's almost the same. And if the gravity will be caused by electrical force, once you go up higher than 30-40 kilometers, the attraction will be none, almost, right? Please, if you want to say better than me, Austin, I appreciate.
Um,
Yeah, he's pretty much saying with that weak of a potential difference at the top that you would be able to float, pretty much.
Yes. And he said that gravity is always like constant rate of acceleration, and you go higher, and gravity is pulling down always
yeah,
without
but
any exception.
gravity is supposed to obey the inverse square law,
Yeah.
which means it would be considerably weaker up there.
Well, at the height of the ISS is almost the same. It's 8.7 instead of 9.8 meters squared. But the thing is, what I want to show is that, for example, when you go to this is from the German Space Agency, DLR, and you go to, for example, this rocket called Matthews 5, is a sounding rocket. They claim, well, they don't claim, they show that this sounding rocket has an apogee of 250 kilometers, but the rocket experienced 6 minutes of microgravity at that height. And the speed the speed that the rocket reach, it's around 4,000 kilometers per hour. So what
What
I
do they
mean is,
what do they consider microgravity, Euro?
well, that is the thing that I want to address, because for me, Brian, when he trying to say, Austin, this idea that no, gravity is all the time presence, it doesn't matter how high you go, and instead in your model the electrostatic gravity must be go to zero once you pass 40 kilometers up in the atmosphere. Now the thing is that when the rockets, let me just play, it's gonna be a very fast video, because they hide on purpose the 6 minute microgravity. The rocket is that, it's just that little arrow in comparison with any. For me, this is a real rocket that really go high and reach certain altitude. Now the thing is, now we're gonna have a two-side comparison camera, because one camera is pointing to the left, the other is pointing to the right. Doesn't matter. The rocket starts spinning. You can have access to one camera only video. It's in the same official page. Doesn't matter. It's gonna come the first separation stage. Then it's going to go up until the sound of the rocket start going down. Almost zero volume, because you don't have more air presence. Let me just, there you're gonna have, you don't have almost no more sound, you don't have more combustion, and this is the speed. It's almost Mach 6, 2000 meters per second, not kilometers per hour, meters per second. Okay, now the thing is, when these rockets reach the 250 kilometers, it doesn't matter. It's worse, because the horizon still go up with the view of the eye level and is still flat. I don't want to address that topic. What I want to address is that these rockets enter into a fluid state or microgravity, but doesn't match the orbital speed needed to be 6 minutes in microgravity. Why it's 6 minutes in microgravity? And in that position of the rocket, which is in a horizontal position, and now is falling down, not at 9.8 meters per second square. It's not even at 8.6, which will be the math behind the gravitational equation based on the altitude. It's just not going down at the prediction speed for that altitude and for that quote-unquote orbital speed. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, you're saying it exactly right. It's getting up too high. It is not coming down at the predicted rate of descent of 8 point whatever it is.
How do we know
meters per
that?
second
We're
squared.
able to calculate from this how fast it's falling down?
Yes, because it's official in their experiment.
gotcha. You have-
It's tell you it's very simple. If this rocket reached 253 kilometers, cannot
Right.
be only six minutes of microgravity before start descending to the ground. So these 6 minutes are extra minutes based on the falling rate.
Well, microgravity would be as you're falling, right? There is no such thing as just floating in space. So he would be so that 6 minutes would include part of the falling.
Yeah, but don't confuse microgravity in an airplane like the vomit plane, which you are still falling down at the same rate, but the microgravity is the feeling of being floating in this same air pressure system, which is the inside of a plane. This is completely different because this is not falling at the predicted rate by gravity. This is like being floating in some type of gas, fluid, whatever. In fact, you have that confirmation because we don't know why they cut off the video feed from those 6 minutes. In fact, here you can see the actual title. They put this title by their own. They say re-entry phase after 6 minutes of microgravity. They don't want to show us that moment. And then you have an extra few seconds of that microgravity, and then it's passing over that, I don't know, gradient. And I explained this in my theory about the hexafluor gas up there. But take a look of this. You have a few seconds still falling in not the rate that gravity predicts, but now it's going to enter into the normal state, quote unquote, of free falling based on gravitational pull, because you're gonna hear the sound, you're gonna see, well, first some water up there, which is, I don't know what it is, but now it start falling normally. And not just falling normally, but also it's, sorry for the internet, but also start self-oriented. That is why you see that movement. I don't know why internet is so slow. Sorry, guys. That is my computer of my internet. But let me recap. Then it's self-oriented. So it's transferred from one medium to the other. And now it's falling 9.8 meters square per second. So what I'm trying to say is this claim here, it's not true. It's not the prediction. It's not based on reality. This claim above, you go high and you still have the prediction of gravity. For me, at least, and how I understand that. And in fact, the ionosphere officially, because this guy talked about above 30 kilometers, blah blah blah. The electric forces are not anymore the power of, I cannot explain myself in English, but here is from a sounding rocket from NASA, and they say about this.
Sounding rockets are used to get above the part of the Earth's
Turn it up a little.
atmosphere where we live.
Okay, let me just turn. No, this is a maximum volume that.
Oh, okay.
I have. I don't know. Let me just put the
Okay, no worries.
subtitles. Okay, let me check.
Sounding rockets are used to get above the part of the Earth's atmosphere where we live and breathe.
That's better.
Above 60 miles or 100 kilometers, the atmosphere includes an electrically charged gas.
So 100 kilometers is still an electrical charged gas.
Charged particles flit around, collide, respond to magnetic and electric fields.
Responding to magnetic and electric fields.
And produce the aurora. These
So that is 100 kilometers. So where is this claim of 30 kilometers and then the electricity and magnetism stop and not be any more important?
that seems to be a problem, doesn't it? Yep, that's way off.
That is way off, man. That is way off. So that is what I like to share, because for me, I mean, this type of claims, we must have into consideration. The most important thing is that the 6 minute quote unquote of microgravity, because that is not what the globe predicts. Because for being 6 minutes before start falling again, I assume that you must be very quick, very in high speed to keep 6 minutes before entering to the Earth, and then you have that some barrier transfer, some, you are in the fluid and then off the fluid in very short period of time, like 10 seconds, you change medium. So
and there can't be much of a medium up there if it's still accelerating upwards, after the MECO cuts off, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. I just want to share with you.
Have you ever heard, Iro, somebody's reaching out to me and saying to tell you to play the Mapuya 6 video? It's 13 minutes long with 10 minutes of microgravity.
No. Do you have to send me the link or something?
I told him I asked him for a link right now, but can you? I guess you just search it. Maybe it's MAP MAP and then HEUA.
Can you type? Because the last time that I tried to understand spelling,
Bob wants to put it in to see if we can bring it up too.
Yeah, because I end in the jail inside the North Carolina airport.
I remember that
because I didn't know how to say letter A or E. I don't know.
Damn, bro.
Over in the can you get on the?
Okay, stop sharing. No. Okay, in stream, yeah, right?
I'll put in that chat 1 second.
Okay, I am looking the chat.
I think it's that spelled like that. Bob, can you search that MAPHEUA?
Yeah. I have it. This is the 5, and then you have the 6. It's the same. It's this one. If you take a look at the beginning of the video, it said that it's just say the Matthews 5, and then you have the Matthews 6. But the Matthews 6, I didn't know about Matthews 6 DLR. I think it was 6 minutes too, not 10 minutes.
He says 13 minutes long with 10 minutes of microgravity. It's the most insane rocket launch I've ever seen.
Okay. Well, I gonna, because here it says 6 minutes and 19 seconds. Matthews 6, which was the same that I show you before, but this is one camera only from the left side of the rocket. But it said here 6 minutes, and there is and 1 second, Bob, don't get mad with me. Sounding rocket. Okay. Sounding rockets. I have it here in my computer. In fact, I sent to Bob a long time ago all my sounding rocket videos, and I have it right here, I think. Yeah, and here I have a lot from different countries. I just searching the ones from Delaware. Here we have it. I have for example, this one, which was another. This was from the same space agency, the Maxus 7 flight. Here was, for example, a very poor quality, because this is from 2004, something like that. And here again, you're gonna have those changing camera situation, and this is supposedly microgravity, and it's about less. You have the same behavior. The rocket is just like floating in some type of medium, and then when it's entered again into the Earth, it's take the normal rate of acceleration or descension, and you also have the self-oriented, because remember the theory behind the boson Einstein theory that
Constant.
it said, yeah, that it's like the particle lose the identity when it go very, very in low temperatures and things like that, and up there is really low temperatures. So I don't know, maybe that idea of losing identity, it's also losing orientation, and the things don't behave in the same way. Of course, this is a more than wide the fisheye lens, and it's crazy. I mean, I have a lot of these sounding rockets videos, and everything all happen the same thing. It's just floating. This is not microgravity in terms of the Newtonian mechanics. And then they cut and they just put the part where the rocket starts spinning again, because change medium, entering our standard atmosphere, and then the Newtonian physics apply back again. It's like a switch at 100 kilometers, which is crazy. I mean, it's very crazy. Well, I cannot say anymore. I like I mentioned, I have a lot of those rockets, and all the rockets happen the same thing. I mean, this is the only way to access to that altitudes. And here you can see a fisheye lens, and there you have the of course, in this case, the camera is very clever, because in this case, the camera are just like a trick, because the camera is in this position or this orientation. I just waiting to my easy pen open here. I have it. We have the eye level is around here, but that is the same technique that they use in the Felix Baumgartner Champ. This is the rocket, and the camera has like a tiny open here, and the camera is pointing in this direction, so the eye level is not at the center, because the camera is like this, is not like that.
It's offset, yeah.
Yes, that is on purpose. But what can I say? The Earth is flat even at 100 or 200 kilometers up there. It doesn't matter. It's still crazy. So this is all what I want to share. This is the Matthew 6, in fact. This is the number 6. So I'm gonna stop sharing.
Just, the guy says that when you watch it actually happen, he says it's 10 minutes. They say 6, but if you watch it, it's for 10 minutes.
Oh, well, that is even worse.
Yes, I know. I said.
That is even worse. Yeah, I'm stop sharing.